All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very, very special event here tonight. This is the Cathy Linder Memorial Race, brought to you by the Outlaws United Racing League. This is a memorial race for Skylar Massey's mom, who passed away due to cancer a year ago tomorrow. This is a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society as well. We'll get an update from Skylar here shortly on how much money has been raised so far just in the last week and a half. And it's incredible what this community has done. Huge shout out to a couple of different groups. Obviously, all the guys with Outlaw United. BRR taking their time last night to put on a fundraiser race for this as well, helping to raise a lot more money. There is the man behind that. That is David Garments. A huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to everybody who contributed. If you want to contribute, you still can. I have put the links in both the Twitch and the Facebook comment section of the live video. You can still donate. They will be taking donations until this Friday. Friday, the money will go to the American Cancer Society in the name of the Outlaws United and Cathy Linder. So, huge shout out there. When we went live, a tweet went out from HTSAI24. I think that's how you say it on Twitter. Please, that has a link to the live stream in it as well. If you're on Twitter, retweet that. Tag some people. Let's see if we can get the most people we've ever seen in one of these broadcasts. Help support it. Maybe raise a little bit extra money here tonight. Now, we did go live a lot sooner than we normally would for this. As you can see, there is a bit of practice left. There is a lot to cover tonight. We're going to be talking to some of the folks that donated the prizes for tonight. We're at Knoxville. It is, if you watched SRX Saturday, same track. This is the home of sprint car racing in the U.S., pretty much for the world. So, you know, it's a big track. It's huge. It's famous. It's going to be a wild night of racing, but we have a lot of other stuff to go over. As I mentioned, we've got prizes that we are going to be talking to some folks about here in a few moments. The top 3 drivers are getting some prizes, and Combs Family Museum is going to be donating something as well. So, let's see if we can talk to Brian Dubois Mansfield and talk to him about Combs Family Museum. We're going to start there and find out about that. Hey, Brian, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
Hey, man. We are obviously a big night for both the league and for the fundraising efforts and whatnot. And I know Combs Family Museum is also giving a little hand here tonight.
Yeah, they are. I got with Phil Combs, my buddy, up at Combs Family Museum in Shelby, North Carolina, and he's actually got an archive of stuff out in a U-Haul trailer. He's getting ready to add on to his museum, so he's got a bunch of stuff in archive right now, and it's actually on the way to me. I'm not sure what it is, but he sent some stuff from his archive museum, and I'm not sure how Skylar's going to disperse it, but whoever he disperses it to, I'll send it to him. But thank you to Phil for what he does. You know, he sponsored the truck series, and it's great that he's given to this great cause. And I tell you, this race means a lot to all of us, and I know it means a lot to Skylar. We pray for him during this time, and all of us have been affected by cancer in some way, shape, or form, either personally or somebody in our families. And I tell you, it sucks, man, and it's good to be able to give back. American Cancer Society does a lot for research and all, and it's great to be able to have a chance to give back. And thank you to everybody that's given, and we hope to put on a great show tonight for everybody.
Well, I know you guys always put on a good show, and it would be bad of me to not ask who's your prediction to win this one tonight.
I would like to win it, but We got some fast guys here tonight, man. I mean, right now I think there's like 33 out of 40. The lobby caps off at 40, so a lot of fast guys, a lot of fast dirt guys here. You can't rule out Ryan Nesbitt, Brian Burkhart, Nathan Brown. I mean, the list goes on and on. Skylar, Skylar's a heck of a dirt racer. You got Jim Johnson's really good when the track slicks off. So it's hard to say, man. It's going to be some good racing. These 305s provide some awesome racing. Usually the field is pretty stacked together.
It is definitely going to be a good show, and I know one of your you tend to qualify mid-pack and have to work your way up. Have you got any practice at qualifying? You going to be able to start a little further up and have an advantage tonight?
I hope so. I got in here after the track slicked off, so I'm really good in qualifying here, I think. During the autism race we done a few weeks ago or a few months ago, I think second or third in qualifying, won my heat race, got transferred in, and then ran second most of the race and ended up third. So hopefully I have that same kind of luck here. But the race is 46 laps. It's going to be a long race, and the track's going to slick off from top to bottom. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
All right, best of luck, man. Thank you, as always, to Combs Family Museum for everything they are doing as well, man.
Yeah, thank you, Doug, and thank you for the broadcast. And I'll pass along the word to Phil. And again, thank you to everybody watching, and thank you to everybody who came out tonight. Let's have a good race.
All right, man. All right, that was Brian DeBoss Mansfield, and obviously he's talking about there's going to be some bonuses coming to everybody in the field. And I did just see Jim Belair of B-Make Designs. Let's see if I can find him again and get him back in here. Jim Belair also is contributing. One of the prizes for tonight's race is a swag bag of Outlaw stuff. And that is going to be awesome. B-Make does some great stuff. They're actually, I've got to work with Jim here in a little bit. He did some stuff for the race last night, the BRR and Outlaw race. So Jim is way down on the list. Let me see if I can get him drug up here. Jim Belair, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy? Looks like he's muted. We'll give him a second here. As I mentioned, he and I are working together to get some prizes out for the race last night. Those guys, BRR, really stepped up and helped out, and I was so proud to be an admin of that league. They did a great job, and I'm really proud of everything they did. I know some other leagues. Fast and Fun had a couple of members donate as well. They were that was a huge deal as well. Really appreciate the Fast and Fun family of leagues for their help in this. You got to see a little bit of them last night. Looks like Jim Belair has made it. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Doug. How are you?
Hey, man. I am good. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. It's a good night.
Yes, it is. Now, I know you are also contributing to the prize pool tonight, so I believe you're giving away a swag pack to the third place finisher.
Yes. Yep. We're going to do that. Should be pretty good. I'll leave the suspense to when the package shows up so that they're surprised when it gets there.
Awesome, man. Well, I got to ask, I know that it's going to have the Outlaw logo on there.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe you said it'll have the driver's car, a picture of the driver's car, and their name on it as well.
Yep. Should look just similar to other creations that I've done before.
Awesome, man. Really appreciate your help, your contribution to this. It's obviously a huge night, and I know how much that meant to Skylar as well.
Yeah, very, very happy to do it. It's Skylar's really done a lot to put this together, and it's definitely an excellent cause.
That is true. Now, I do know you have B-Make Designs. You do graphic designs. So what all can you design, and what all can you put your designs on?
Well, actually, Skylar's the one that does a lot of my designs for me. I just take it and put it on pretty much anything that somebody can imagine that I can get the material for. So it's not. It's really up to the mind of the beholder. It can go on a lot of different things. I just have to find the material for it. That's all.
That's awesome. I need to have you make me a shirt, but it'll take a lot of material for me.
They make them. I don't think. I don't think you can. I don't think you need one as big as they make them. I've actually made one that was a 6X once.
No, I only need a 3X. So,
Yeah, there you go. That's easy.
all right, man.
But yeah, no, Doug. Anytime, and anybody that has an idea, all they got to do is chat me and give me a call, and we can talk about it.
All right, and I know right now you're on Facebook, and I think you are eventually going to have a website out as well, or are you just going to be doing everything on Facebook?
Right now, I'm just doing everything on Facebook. It's still more of a hobby than a business at this point, and kind of just want to keep it that way, so I don't have to get into all the taxes and everything else. So that's why I do things fairly cheap and give people probably a better deal than they can get in a lot of other places.
All right, man. Well, that is awesome. I got to thank you. Obviously, you and I need to get together tomorrow about the stuff for BRR and for your contribution here tonight. We all really appreciate it, man.
No, looking forward to doing it. Like I said, it's a hobby and I enjoy doing it, so it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, you going to get out there and race tonight?
I'm gonna give it a try. I don't want to get in anybody's way. I know these guys are really serious, and I'm still below a rookie, so I'm just going to go out there and have a little fun and try to stay out of people's way.
I'm pretty close to where you are, so I'm up here in the booth. It's probably safer for everybody that way.
Yeah, but I think what I'm definitely going to do is try to help Skylar get into the feature. So anybody that's standing in his way, they may just want to watch out for me.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again, buddy.
Thanks, Doug. I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, that was Jim Belair of B-Make Designs. We have a lot of people to talk to, but I want to really get to the man of the hour here. Before I do, though, as I mentioned, we will continue the fundraiser until Friday. So once Skylar tells us the amount that's raised, hey, you can still contribute. The links are in both of the chats or in the comment section of both of these live. So it is there on Twitch. It is there on Facebook if you want to contribute. If you can't find it in the comments, it's on the Facebook page. You can find, if you can't find the Facebook page, it's How to Suck at iRacing, or you can go to the website, htsai.net. Let me pop that up real quick for you. There you see it at the bottom, htsai.net, the link to the Facebook page, to all of our stuff, our Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all of that. And something a little bit different tonight, as I mentioned on Facebook earlier today. This race, because of what it means, because of what it is, normally when we put out the race videos from broadcasts, we put that out with it trimmed down to race only. Tonight will be a bit different, as we will have the entirety of the broadcast will be out there. So from the minute we switched over and started watching the cars go, the minute I started talking, that part of it forward will be on YouTube. It'll take a little bit tonight, but you'll be able to watch it later. All right. And one more thing to add before we bring this in. Obviously, Skylar Massey, this is to honor his mom. We did have a couple other people who donated and wanted to have a mention. So Dakota Wilson donated, and he is racing tonight for Mike Keith, who's a friend. And Cody and Tessa Young donated in the name of Cody's stepmom, Jackie, who died of cancer a couple years ago. Obviously, we want to memorialize and honor anyone that has been lost due to cancer. So if you have lost somebody and would like them to be mentioned on the broadcast tonight, drop their name in the comments. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I will do my absolute best to get everybody mentioned. And I will say, going into this, we're about to pull Skylar into the booth. This is obviously a difficult night, so please be patient with us, and yeah, let's talk to the man of the hour. Skylar the Mullet Massey. This is Doug. You got me, buddy?
What's going on, Doug?
Hey, man. Hey, I know it's been a huge fundraiser, and we wanted to. I want to start off by saying, where are we at coming into the race tonight?
So, as of about 5 minutes ago, we are sitting at $2,200.
Oh wow, that is awesome. And as I mentioned earlier, where you'll collect donations until Friday, and then Friday you'll be sending it to the American Cancer Society in your mom's name, correct?
Yeah, so by Friday, I'll have compiled all of the donations because we've had donations come in. I've had some cash donations. I've had some come through alternative sources that aren't PayPal. So by Friday, I'll have all those combined into one or two, accounts that I can directly donate. And then once I get the donations done, then I will, obviously share all over my social media and to the Outlaw pages, and I'm sure all the guys will share it. And then we'll officially announce our total for the week.
Awesome. Well, we did put the links into the comments section of the broadcast. Obviously, we've been posting the PayPal link a lot the last couple days. And if anybody out there doesn't have PayPal or wants to donate another way, just message myself or Skylar. We'll make something happen.
Yeah, I'm set up. I can take payments through Facebook Messenger, Apple Pay, obviously PayPal, Venmo. I can re-download Cash App if I need to. Really, if there's anybody out there listening that wants to contribute towards my mom's race, I'll do whatever I got to do to make it happen. I'll send you money for a stamp if you want to send a donation in the mail even.
Well, that is awesome. I know tonight really means a lot to you, and I know it's going to be hard. I just want to give you a moment to say what you want to say to everybody.
Yeah, definitely going to be an emotional night. I've been thinking about what I wanted to say when you pulled me in here for the last couple hours, and really, I still don't have any words, man. I'm looking here, and we've got like 32 drivers. It's our biggest sprint car race I think we've ever had. I'm looking here on Facebook, and it keeps showing me between 25 and 32 viewers on Facebook. It's one of the bigger streams that I've seen because I watch all your streams. I'm completely blown away at all the support from friends, from family, from fellow racers. Even people like that, Joe Naff, or Knopf, I'm sorry. People that I will never meet in my life that donated for this from his concerts that he does. It means a lot, and I know I'm getting repetitive, but if any of my family's sitting here watching, they all know. I'd go to hell and back for Mom, and tomorrow marks 1 year her being gone, and the admin said that I could host a memorial race, and I'll be damned if I wasn't going to do everything in my power to make sure it was the best memorial race I could put on to keep making Mom proud,
Yeah, I know as a group, Outlaw, a couple of months ago, raised over $1,400 for autism research, and you did say, hey, if you're going to do this, you're going to go big, and you definitely did it. You have raised a ton of money here, and I know she's looking down and proud.
That's all I'm after, man. I don't know what to say. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just trying to hold it together here. I'm just blown away, and thank you to everybody who's commenting. Thank you to everybody who's watching the stream, sharing the stream. Everybody that's given me encouraging words going through setting this up. Especially thank you to my fiance for dealing with me because I've been a little on edge with, this being the week of Mom's death and the added stress of hosting an event like this that I never anticipated would be as stressful and as much work as it has been. But the proof is in the pudding, and it's showing right now that it's going to work out, and we're going to have a hell of a race tonight. And top three are going to get badass prizes, and pretty sure we're going to do some even more prizes for, hard charger and stuff like that. I got to get with Mansfield after the race and raised a bunch of money for a great cause, and I just couldn't be prouder to be involved with all these guys.
Well, that's awesome. I know a lot of guys out here are running special paint schemes that you painted tonight, and to help with that. And I know here in a little bit you'll be giving away a fleet of dirt cars for somebody, painted up a fleet of painted race cars for somebody.
Yeah, so with that one, for anybody that's watching, we did a little raffle this week for $5 per ticket, per se. And I'm going to do a raffle. I've got 14 entries, and we're going to announce the winner to that, and they're going to win a full fleet of dirt cars from Loud Wraps, which is my little side hustle, painting iRacing cars. So pretty good deal, $5. It cost them $5 to enter. I mean, typically the dirt car fleets are between $50 and $70, depending on what they want. So raised a decent bit of money with that, and whoever wins is going to get a really good deal on some really awesome paints. So,
man, that is awesome. Heck of a night, and I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully you pull down the W tonight.
appreciate it, Doug. And then just one more thing before I get off of here. I got to just continue to thank, Brian Burkhart for donating the button box for first prize, Brian Mansfield for working with Combs Family Museum and everything that they've done, Derek Turner with VP Race Fuels. I know he's going through some stuff. He's been hit or miss on coming, but that's another great guy that has done a lot for us in the past. Jim Belair with B-Make Designs for donating everything he's donated and is going to donate for this. And, I mean, Joel Knopf and his band for what they've done this week. And a huge shout-out to you for everything that you've done and got done for me this week, man. I couldn't have done it without everybody.
All right, man. Well, good luck tonight. Hopefully you'll pull down that win, bud.
All right, Doug, I appreciate it, man.
All right, that was the man of the hour. That was Skylar Massey. You're talking $2,200 raised, and to think a week ago tonight, it was right at about $100. So that is $2,100 raised in a week, and just a huge shout out. Now I do want to reiterate, hey, take a minute, drop into the comment section, either on Facebook, on Twitch, either one. Please take a moment, say hello. Cheer on Skylar. Let's show him a little bit of love here tonight. Also, Mikey Mixter is running a special paint scheme tonight to memorialize his uncle, Jimmy Mixter. So that is one. And as we mentioned earlier, if you have a loved one affected that has been taken by cancer, please drop their name in the comments. We'll try and get to every comment tonight, but even if I don't, I know that Skylar and I will be looking over them again after tonight. And I know just saying the hello, just cheering on Skylar tonight is going to mean a lot. As he mentioned, there are a lot of paint schemes out here by Loud Wraps Designs. There is one right there driven by Wayne Bridges. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Outlaws Against Cancer on the top wing. So we've got a lot of awesome paint schemes. We will have, during the warm-up, after the heats, it will be a longer warm-up because we've got some more special stuff in store tonight that you guys will get to look at, that we'll get to show off, and we'll definitely be trying to look at every one of these special paint schemes out here tonight. Trying to look and see who all is on track and get a look at everybody now. While everybody is turning some laps, let's take a quick talk about the race tonight. And we are at Knoxville. If you watched SRX on Saturday night, this is where they were. And Skylar saying he is going to be in the comments tonight. So definitely just show him a little love here tonight, guys. Just say hello, let him know you're watching and cheering him on. All right, there at Knoxville, SRX was there this past Saturday night. If you watched that, Tony Stewart got his first ever driver win in the A main of the SRX race. He had won 10 times as an owner, but it was a huge deal. He finally gets the win as a driver. So we are back there, and a couple of things to talk about. This is the home of sprint car racing. This is the most famous sprint car track out there. So it is definitely a bit historical and an awesome track. It's a lot of fun to drive. 0.56 miles, 8-degree bankings in the turns, 4-degree straightaways. And in addition to that, let's see if we can hop in the car with Leo Giacondo You can see the inside berm when he shoots off. Maybe he's having to run that high line because there it is. Right, way down low on the bottom, there is a berm on the inside of the track through the corners. And that berm, if you get the left side tires on it, it can unsettle the car. We'll probably see a few incidents tonight related to that berm. And as we said, 35 drivers are here trying to qualify. The feature event will be 20 drivers, so 15 drivers will not make it. We'll see the best 20 dirt racers in Outlaw, and a lot of these guys are the best dirt racers on iRacing. So a huge shout out to these guys, and a huge shout out to the Outlaw admins for making this happen here tonight. Skylar Massey dropping in $22.50 in donation so far. Let's see if we can hit $2,500 tonight. Those links are in the Twitch and Facebook comments if you want to donate. Michael Heiser has definitely been affected by cancer, so thank you for being here to watch. Jessica Shimori also lost many family members to cancer. It is something that affects everybody. I think you can't be an adult in the world today without having been affected by cancer, and I can tell you that the money raised here tonight is huge in helping fight that. In practice right now, just a quick rundown. Joel Knopf is the fastest. Brian Burkhart second. Tom Land is third. Joseph Smith is fourth. Brian Lawson is fifth. And I'm going to take a quick look. We're going to be talking to a lot of drivers tonight, but let's see if we can get a hold of Mr. Burkhart. Mr. Burkhart.
Put in what we have
Brian.
got. It's pretty amazing.
Hey, Brian Burkhart, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Doug.
Hey, I guess I cut you off mid-conversation. Sorry about that.
Doing a driver's meeting.
Oh, my bad. Well, then we'll make this quick. I know you are donating a button box tonight, and you are obviously allowing these guys to put this race on, so a huge shout-out to you. And anything you'd like to say to the fans in the stands before I put you back in the driver's meeting?
Honestly, just thank you. That's it. Just thank you to everybody. We put, pulled this thing together, and these guys are just awesome. Just so fun, and can't thank everybody enough for everything that they've done, you included. Really fun.
All right, man. Good luck, and have fun, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Whoops, I forgot about the driver's meeting. So my apologies. Fortunately, we got him at a good time, but several drivers out there. Obviously, a lot of guys off track. Now, please take a moment, because we are still raising money. Take a moment and hit that share button. Let's see how many people we can get in here cheering these guys on, and see if maybe we can get some more funds raised. As they are in the driver's meeting, we have some last-minute prep. We'll let you watch the remaining cars on track for a moment. Be back with you in just a second. Just a few seconds left before we go qualifying. perfect time to hit the snack bar, get a drink, get a bite, and hit the share button. Let's get these guys as much love as is possible here. I had to run to the snack bar and get a Mountain Dew. Got one. Good to go. All right. This is how tonight's events will go. As soon as they finish practice here, they will go in and have 3-lap qualifying. Then we will have 8-person heats. Some drivers will advance. Then a C main with 2 drivers who advance. A B main, 4 drivers transfer. And then we will hit the main event. Each session, the track will reset to a fresh state. As you see Superman Norman Chan going out on track, the track is back to a 0 state, non-used. This will definitely be a big deal, because when they get into the feature, that track is going to slick off. These cars are a little bit different tonight. They are carrying about a 25-gallon fuel load. Which is substantially more than most races. The reason for that is tonight's race is 46 laps. Cathy Linder was 46 years old last year when she passed. That is just another way these guys are doing everything they can to honor them. Jim Cook getting out on track as well. As I mentioned, we're going to try and look at as many different cars as we can. It's a little bit difficult right now to lock on any one specific. David Garman is out there, and we're going to try and get a word with him here in just a moment. The prizes for the top 3 from the feature. First place, Brian Burkhart donating a custom button box. Second place, there is a Carson Mikado mini wing and hat. And then third place, B-Make Designs is donating the Outlaw swag pack. It will have all the Outlaw logo, the driver's car, their name, all sorts of awesome stuff, because Jim Belair does an awesome job. And Heidland Terry Bache giving a good luck to everybody tonight. And I think we can all agree on that. All right. Now, as Garmin is finishing up his practice, I want to get a quick word in with him. Or as he finishes up his qualifying. I was not counting his laps, but I think he's close to the end. Hey, David, this is Doug up in the booth. You got me?
What's going on, Doug?
Hey, man. Hey, I know you're going out there to get a win tonight, and you're one of the best on dirt, but I really want to talk to you about last night and the event BRR put on, and the money raised, and all the different stuff, the salute and everything that you organized for that, man. Did you get to hear the outcome on how much money was raised just off that race?
I haven't heard yet.
Last night's race raised over $130 for this particular event. So I know a lot of that goes to you, so I wanted to give you a huge shout out, man. You did great.
Thanks, Doug. Yeah, it was a lot of fun putting it on, and I'm pretty sure everybody that was involved racing had a blast. We did the ARCA cars at Talladega for 25 laps, and then the 87s at Daytona shortly thereafter. Everybody had a blast as far as I can tell. So it was a good event. It was for a good cause for tonight, and now we're here on the dirt. We're going to see what we can do. These aren't my strong suit in the sprints, but I'm going to give it everything I got.
All right, man. Well, I know you are going to definitely be one to watch tonight, but huge shout out to you, to all the BRR admins, and to BRR as a whole, man. Good luck. All right, that was David Garman. He was one of the admins of BRR Racing. And I have to give a shout out to William Mann and the Fast and Fun series guys, the Fast and Fun League. They have a Cup Series, a Truck Series, and a Variety Series. William Mann races in all three of them. He was another one that helped donate on behalf of their league. So huge shout out to them and to everybody who has donated so far that brought us to the $2,250 we are at right now. Biggest fundraiser ever done by the Outlaws. After they finish their qualifying lap, as it looks like David Garman's just getting a few extra laps of practice. It looks like just about everybody. We have two drivers who have not gone out and qualified yet, Chris Rawlings and Kenneth Bolin. Those two guys have not qualified yet. Looks like just about everybody else has. Skylar Massey, who we'll be watching extremely closely tonight, currently qualified in 5th. So he's going to be the one we are all going to be cheering for tonight. I can tell you that much. Quick update just now. Skylar Massey just updated $2,500 raised. So that means just since this broadcast started, we have raised $250. Thank you all. All right, on to heat number 1. We'll have Drew Warren and Brian Lawson on the front row. Tom the Missile Land and Chris Hyatt on the second row. Brian DeBoss Mansfield and Andrew Thornton on the third row. Leo Giacondo rounding out the 7-car field. All right, they'll get lined up out here. We'll get to look at some cars. You got the 35 of Drew Warren on the inside, Brian Lawson in the 34 on the outside. The Missile, Tom Land, is in the 91. Chris Hyatt there in the 17. Brian Mansfield on the inside. He is in that white car. And the 31 of Andrew Thornton right beside him. Leo Giacondo rounding out the field as they go out to do their 2 pace laps. And don't forget, the broadcast, when we went live, sent out a tweet. You can go to HTSAI24 on Twitter and retweet that. Get us some more people in here watching and cheering this on. And a huge shout out to everybody who has contributed since the start of this broadcast. That's just huge when you consider 10% of the money raised has been done just in the last, 45 minutes. All right, pace car down the back straightaway. He will break off as they come through 3 and 4, and then Drew Warren will lead them down for heat number 1. 7 drivers in the heat, about 35 in the race. So we'll have about 5-6 heats here tonight. Pace truck is in. Heat number 1. Green flag is in the air, and here we go. Brian Lawson gets a little bit of a run on the start, but Drew Warren has the advantage down on the bottom. Back behind them, they are slipping and sliding as Andrew Thornton drifted back lost a little bit of ground through 1 and 2. He'll have to make up some ground here. Chris Hyatt, he is running one of those custom paint schemes by Loud Wraps tonight. Here he comes. He is currently running in 4th and has some momentum. Back up front, though, Drew Warren still leading. And they are all just nose to tail right now around the track. If you have a favorite driver, drop their name in the chat, please, so we can cheer them on with you. And obviously, give you guys a little shout out. I know everybody, regardless of who they're cheering for tonight, is also cheering for Skylar Massey. And I would imagine that car will have a little bit of extra help tonight. Drew Warren up in the lead, starting to open up a little bit of gap on second place. Brian Lawson. Tom the Missile Land currently running in 3rd. Actually, as it stands, everybody is running right where they started at least for the moment. So you got Drew Warren up front, Brian Lawson in 2nd, Tom Land 3rd, Chris Hyatt in 4th. Brian Mansfield is in 5th, Andrew Thornton in 6th, Giacondo in 7th. A little bit of a surprise to see Leo running in 7th. We'll have to see how he does later on, but not used to seeing Leo that far back. Coming out of 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. They get 2 laps to go. Fastest lap so far has been run by Chris Hyatt. He'll be one to watch throughout the night. Coming down to get the white flag. Drew Warren still up in the lead, but the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th seems to be heating up. These guys keep closing up on each other coming through and out of the turn. Coming through 3 and 4, they are still single file. Looks like everybody's going to finish where they started. Drew Warren wins heat number 1. Lawson in 2nd. Land 3rd, Hyatt 4th, Mansfield 5th, Thornton and Giacondo 6th and 7th. On to heat number 2. Ryan Nesbitt and Jim Johnson have the front row. DJ Kenner and Joseph Smith in the 2nd row. Graham Nucky and Mikey Mixter on the 3rd row. Doug Tyre Norton is starting 7th. And there you see Ryan in the gray car on the inside. Jim Johnson on the outside of the front row. And DJ Kenner in the 32. And Joseph Smith in the purple and black 50. Graham Nucky in the purple and white number 5. And Mikey Mixter in the 77. He is running a special paint scheme for his uncle here tonight. And Doug Tyre Norton rounding out this heat. And I know we've got a ton of people out there. Please, when you get a moment, drop into the comments. If nothing else, just say hi to Skyler. Let him know you're out there rooting him on. Letting him know, hey, you are here showing support and love to him and his entire family. Pace car coming down the back straightaway. He will duck off coming out of turn 4. There goes the pace car. Ryan Nesbitt will lead him down. Heat number 2, green flag. Ryan Nesbitt gets a really good start on this one. Jim Johnson falls into line behind him. Kenner right there with him. Caution already. Graham Nucky, the Australian. Let's see what happened to Graham. Oh, Graham, because he's in Australia, looked like he blinked, and when he did, somebody happened to be right there. That blinking is just a connection issue. Graham's connection usually very good, but he might have forgotten to open the garage door. Apparently there is something with the with his garage door, the way it works with his internet or Wi-Fi, something. But he is on pit road. Hopefully he'll be able to get back out fairly quickly. Caution laps do not count. Dave Kelly cheering on the 77 of Mikey Mixter. Skyler and the Aussie rolled it per Skyler Massey. Don't forget, if you want to donate, continue helping with the fundraiser, the PayPal links are in the comments of the Twitch and the Facebook broadcast. We'll be taking donations until Friday. And once the Outlaws announce it, we will obviously announce it as well. And let you know how much these guys raised for the American Cancer Society. All these guys doing an amazing job at promoting this event and getting it out there so these guys could do something like this and raise as much money as they have. All right. Graham Nucky still on pit road. Pace car about to drop off. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Ryan Nesbitt leads them down again. Ryan gets a good jump. It looks like DJ slipped up a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2. He's having a little trouble there, getting squirrely, trying to get back up to speed. Nesbitt out front. Here comes DJ looking for second. Now he's going to stay low. And had a car get into the, that was Joseph Smith. Caught a little bit of that berm down there. Got a little squirrely coming through the turn. Graham Nucky now back on track. He has just come off pit road. Nesbitt has a lead now, but Jim Johnson in second place is being run down by DJ Kenner very quickly. Mikey Mixter right there in the mix as well. DJ Kenner now looking to the inside of Jim Johnson, coming out of 3 and 4. Jim Johnson now getting past DJ Kenner up to second. 4 to go. Can DJ run down Ryan Nesbitt? Ryan has a 0.7 of a second lead coming down. They get 3 laps to go. Jim Johnson still trying to get back to second. Mikey Mixter back there in fourth. Lost a little bit of ground there. Actually, Mikey Mixter has pulled up into fourth. Doug Norton has been passed by Joseph Smith now. Meanwhile, up front, coming down the back straightaway with 2 to go, Ryan Nesbitt still has a decent lead, just over half a second over DJ Kenner. Jim Johnson currently running in third, Mixter in fourth, Smith is in fifth, Duck Tire Norton sixth, and Graham Nucky rounding out the 7-car heat. White flag is in the air for Ryan Nesbitt. Here he comes. He gets the checkers. First place in heat number 2. DJ Kenner is second. Jim Johnson third. Mikey Mixter is fourth. And Joseph Smith is fifth. Doug Tire Norton and Graham Nucky rounding out this field. All right, heat number 3. Brian Burkhart and Joel Knopf on the front row. Then Nathan Brown and Kevin Martin on the second row. Edmund Jones and Wayne Bridges on the third row. Jimbo rounding out the field. Brian Burkhart in the blue Navy car on the inside. Joel Knopf on the outside. Then you've got in that second row, Nathan Brown to the inside. Kevin Martin on the outside. Then Edmund Jones on the inside and Wayne Bridges on the outside of the third row. Jimbo rounding out the field here. And it is worth noting, Kevin Martin, he has a whole fleet of Loud Wraps paint schemes there. All a very similar paint scheme, and all of them are really, really cool. And you can see under the lights how the metallic gold numbers look really, really cool. Skylar Massey does some awesome work. They cross the start-finish line with one more lap to go. Michael Scruggs cheering on the 85 of Kevin Martin here tonight. Scruggs, are you not racing? I don't remember seeing your name, buddy. Brian Mansfield dropping a nickname in there that I am going to have to ask the story behind at some point. Adding that to my notes for tonight. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Brian Burkhart leads them down into turn number 1. He gets a good run on Knopf, but Knopf is right there with him. And now it is Nathan Brown to the high side trying to take second place. Can't quite get there yet. Knopf now drifting to the outside, coming off of turn 4, and it is Nathan Brown to the inside for second. Nathan Brown drifts up, and Joel Knopf looking to the inside, caught a little bit of that inside berm. Now Kevin Martin trying to chase him down for third. Can't quite get there yet, and now Nathan Brown is trying to run down Brian Burkhart here, right on the edge of that berm in the center of the corner, drifting all the way to the fence, coming off the turn. These guys are all running the same setup. They have limited stuff they can change. One of the things they can't change is that wing position. They can move it forward to eliminate drag or move it back to give them a little bit more downforce and a little bit more cornering. As it looks like Jimbo has come to pit road. Burkhart still in the lead, 4 laps to go. Knopf back in third, still having to battle with Kevin Martin. Wayne Bridges now back in 5th, and Edmund Jones is now back to 6th. Edmund Jones, one of the newer guys in the league, but one to watch. He struggles in these 305s, he says, but has had some really awesome runs in him, so I just don't exactly believe it. As we've got a battle for the lead now. Nathan Brown down to the inside. Oh, a little bit of a tap with Burkhart. Everybody keeps it straight. It looks like Brown blinked just a little bit there. Now Nathan Brown falls back over a half a second. White flag in the air. Last lap of heat number 3. Can Brown run him back down? And Joel Naff still battling for third. Kevin Martin getting there. It will be Brian Burkhart winning heat number 3. Nathan Brown comes home second. Joel Naff is third. Kevin Martin is 4th. Wayne Bridges finishes 5th. Edmund Jones is 6th. Jimbo finishes in 7th out of the race. He came to pit road. We'll have to see if we get an update later. Heat number 4, excuse me. Heat number 4 is going to be Michael Whiting and David Garman on the front row. Patrick Coluccio and Michael Crocker on the second row. Matt Stewart, Jim Cook on the third row. Kenneth Bolin rounding out the field. And to the inside, you see Michael Whiting definitely running a new paint scheme for him tonight. Let's see if we can get a better look at some of these here this time around. Garmin on the outside. Then you've got Patrick Coluccio to the inside of row 2 and Michael Crocker to the outside of row number 2. Row number 3, Matt Stewart on the inside. Jim Cook on the outside, waiting for Kenneth Bolin to grid up. And at least Jim Cook is not running that PBR car tonight. He's actually got Jack Daniels on the car for this one. And Michael Crocker has his fan club here tonight, as always. All right, they roll off for their 2 pace laps. Part of the reason for the longer practice here tonight, these guys ran here in these cars not too long ago. However, these cars are actually running, because of the length of the feature, they're running a heavier fuel load, and they have to run that in every session. So these guys, these cars are going to handle a bit different with the extra fuel. As the track slicks off in the feature and the fuel burns off, it might get a little sketchy out there. We saw late in practice as the track slicked off, and some of those guys had put in a ton of laps, that they were slipping and sliding all over the track. 46 laps is a long race for these guys in these cars on this track. But I can tell you, everyone I talk to is very excited about running this race and running that 46 lap feature. Pace truck is in. Michael Whiting, David Garman will lead them down. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Bolin did not grid. Michael Whiting gets a run, but Garman's got the advantage up on the high side. They are side by side through turn 3 and 4. Crocker and Coluccio side by side coming out of turn 4. A little bit of contact. Coluccio gets ahead, but here comes Crocker back on the high side. Garman now is securely in the lead. Still side by side for third place as Patrick Coluccio down on the bottom. Michael Crocker on the high side. Coluccio has the advantage coming off turn 2. Now Coluccio securely in third. Crocker's going to have to fight back here. Back behind him, Matt Stewart currently running in 5th. Jim Cook back in 6th. Back up front, David Garman starting to open up a lead. He's got about a half a second lead with 5 laps to go. Meanwhile, Michael Whiting in 2nd, about to be challenged by both Coluccio and Crocker. They're both right behind him. Looked like Crocker tapped the wall coming out of turn 2. Now Coluccio looking to the low side on Michael Whiting here. 3 laps to go. If he's going to make a move, he's going to have to do it quickly. Tom Rule dropping in the chat. Good evening, buddy, and we wish you were out here too, man. Oh, Coluccio gets a little loose off of turn 3. 2 laps to go. Here comes Crocker back to 3rd. And they are nose to tail coming through. David Garman has a 7/10 of a second lead. Or I'm sorry, half a second lead on the final lap over Michael Whiting. Michael Crocker back in 3rd. And Coluccio makes another move for 3rd. Can Crocker hold him off on the high side as they come to the line? It'll be Crocker in 3rd, Coluccio in 4th. So Garman wins. Michael Whiting is 2nd, Crocker 3rd, Coluccio 4th. Matt Stewart comes home 5th. Heat number 5, Skylar Massey and Stephen Lindo on the front row. Jonathan Orapollo and Brandon Veers on the 2nd row. Zachary Bache and Superman Norman Chan on the 3rd row. Christopher Rawlings is in 7th. Skylar Massey definitely hoping that the mullet power is activated. And we want to definitely take a very close look at Skylar's car. You can see there, it is same as the, has a picture of his mom, her 1973 to 2020 on the side. She was born October 21st of 73 and passed away a year ago tomorrow, June 22nd. And tonight is all about her and memorializing her and raising money for cancer and memorializing everybody who has been lost due to cancer. That was one of the coolest things Skylar said. Yes, his mom's name is on the race. Yes, he wanted to do it for her, but he wanted to make sure that everybody who has been lost due to cancer got some recognition. So a huge shout out to that young man. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air and Skylar Massey gets a good jump. Lindo to the outside. He is Jonathan Orapollo already looking for 2nd. Skylar Massey still up in the lead. Lindo is in second. Orapollo is in third. They've got a battle going on for the lead as Lindo is looking to the low side. Orapollo right there with him. And here comes Zachary Bache charging up. He flies by and moves up to fourth now. He is going to try and run down Orapollo. Lindo currently running in second right behind Skylar Massey. They are starting to open up just a little bit of a gap on Orapollo. Bache back in fourth. Brandon Veers now back to fifth. Brandon getting a little loose coming out of turn 4. Superman Norman Chan back in sixth. Chris Rawlings in seventh. Chris Rawlings did not grid. Back up front, the battle for the lead is heating up as Lindo is right on the back bumper of Massey. Gets a little tight coming off turn 4. 4 laps to go. Now Lindo looking to the high side a little bit as they battle. Orapollo starting to close back up. Three laps to go. Massey still in the lead. Lindo in second. Orapollo is third. Zachary Bache is fourth. Veers fifth. Chan is sixth. Chris Rawlings did not grid. 2 laps to go. Skylar Massey still holding off Stephen Lindo. Lindo looking to the high, looking low, trying to find a way around him. Now Lindo looking to the bottom as they come out of 3 and 4 down to the white flag. Massey has the lead, at least for the moment. Last lap. Down the back straightaway, Massey opens up just a bit of a lead there. Into 3 though, Lindo closes right back up. Orapollo lost some ground, and it will be Massey at the line. Stephen Lindo comes home second. Jonathan Orapollo is third. Zachary Bache is fourth. Brandon Veers is fifth, and Superman Norman Chan comes home sixth. And the pace car is turning laps by itself now. Zachary Bache has his parents cheering him on tonight. Everybody cheering on Skylar here. And I think there might have been an iRacing glitch here. We're see if we can get word here in just a moment. It appears something is glitched in the session. Larry Massey cheering on Skylar. Great job out of him. Waiting to see. Let's see if we can get a hold of
Hey, you got me, Doug?
Oh, hey there. I was just about to grab you.
Yeah, so the C main, we had it set up to run a full C main. Christopher Rawlings was the only one that was slated to be in the C main, and he's actually not in the session right now.
Aha.
So the admin team is working through how to get this to stop pace trucking so we can move on with the show. But there's like 4 or 5 of them all deciding what to do. So just give us a moment, little technical difficulty, and we'll be back on with the program.
All right, man.
All right.
And while we have that moment, let's just remind you that the links to donate are in the chat. And it looks like, all right, we are going to get a consolation race here now. This should be the B main for tonight. All right, let's look at the lineup. Brian Mansfield, Joseph Smith on the front row. Then Wayne Bridges, Matt Stewart on the second row. Brandon Veers and Andrew Thornton on the third row. Doug Tyre Norton and Edmund Jones on the fourth row. Jim Cook and Superman Norman Chan on the fifth row. Leo Giacondo and Graham Nucky on the sixth row. Then you have Jimbo in 13th, Kenneth Bolin in 14th, and Chris Rawlings, who obviously not in the session, starting in 15th. All right, everybody getting gridded up here. Everybody's got it all figured out here. And while we have a moment, Aaron, I dropped the link, but I will hop in really quick and drop it to you in Discord as well, buddy. All right, everybody rolling off. As mentioned, the links to donate are in Awesome. Glad you guys are here to cheer it on. It does look awesome, and I'm going to try and get word with Skylar here real quick. I don't believe he is in this one, so. Hey, Skylar. Hey, Skylar, it's Doug. You got me? We'll give him a minute to see if he hops back. Oh, there he is. I heard him.
Oh, sorry, Doug. I was having a restroom break.
It's all good. Hey, what is the email address for your PayPal account?
Oh, it is louddesigns417@gmail. I'll type it in the chat as well.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. As they go green for the B main. Brian Mansfield already up to the lead. Joseph Smith in second. Wayne Bridge is currently running third. Fourth place, Andrew Thornton. We've got several cars starting to make their way up very quickly. Doug Tyre Norton has already picked up 2 positions. Caution is out for the first time tonight, and it is Jim Cook. And Jim Cook just drifted a little bit high off turn 2, got into a car on the outside, bounced down to the low side. It looks like Jim Cook did get into Jimbo being one of those cars. Jimbo now to pit road. And he did type it into the email address in there. It is louddesigns417@gmail.com. First caution of the night in the B main. More cars on track, more chaos could ensue. Looks like we've got about 13 cars actually on track. Chris Rawlings and Kenneth Bolin, neither of which made the grid, it appears. Jim Cook now back out, working his way back to the front. As they line back up to go green, Brian Mansfield still up in the lead, and you see a lot of these paint schemes. These are Loud Wrap designs. If you need a paint scheme on iRacing, check out Loud Wraps. Pace truck is back in. Green flag back in the air. Here they go, and Brian Mansfield gets a huge jump on the start. Joseph Smith, though, closes the gap back down. Now you got Veers and Bridges right behind him. Now Veers up to third. Bridges is in fourth. Here comes Doug Norton. Oh, Doug Norton gets a little bump. He is going to the high side. We've got a car going backwards. Meanwhile, Doug Norton holds on to it after a little bump and keeps it going the right way. Brian Mansfield up in the lead has opened up a small gap over Joseph Smith. Looking back, the biggest mover so far is the Australian Graham Nucky in the 5 car. He is up 5 positions after starting in 12th. Brian Mansfield continues to lead, 16 laps to go. There's a lot of battling going on back here in the middle of the pack. There is Jim Cook currently running in 9th. He has got Leo Giacondo closing in on him, and he is trying to run down Andrew Thornton and Graham Nucky. Meanwhile, back here, the battle for second place is heating up as Veers is trying to hold off Joseph Smith. Wayne Bridges right behind them as well. 13 laps to go. The field's starting to spread out just a little bit. Doug Tyre Norton has dropped a couple of spots. He is now back to 6th. Graham Nucky, however, is the biggest mover so far. He has picked up 5 positions. Brandon Veers, who started back in 5th, now up to 2nd as well, picking up several positions. But will he be able to hold on to it with Joseph Smith and Wayne Bridges right there now closing the gap? Wayne Bridges is right back in this battle. Brian Mansfield, meanwhile, is opening up a bit of a lead. He has got almost a 1-second lead over Brandon Veers now. Coming off turn 2, and it looked like Veers got a little squirrely there. And here comes Wayne Bridges looking for 3rd. Can't get underneath yet. Dave Kelly saying good evening to Mikey Mixter, excuse me. Brandon Veers still trying to hold Joseph Smith, Wayne Bridges, and Doug Tyre Norton off. Meanwhile, you got Matt Stewart down to the inside. Graham Nucky still back in 7th. Andrew Thornton is in 8th. Edmund Jones is 9th. Jim Cook is 10th. Leo Giacondo and Norman Chan rounding out the cars on the lead lap. Kenneth Bolin and Jimbo both showing 1 or more laps down. Actually, Jimbo now showing out. Brian Mansfield continuing to walk away from the field. He's got over a 2nd lead now with 6 to go. Brandon Veers starting to open up a little bit of a gap on Joseph Smith and Wayne Bridges. Doug Tyre Norton still battling with Matt Stewart side by side all the way around the track. They've been at it for several laps. Stewart goes high and gets the pass cleanly. Will Doug Norton be able to get back to him? Joseph Smith still trying to run down Brandon Veers in second. They are alternating who runs the fastest lap. Each lap, one runs faster than the other, and then they swap. Wayne Bridges currently running in fourth. Stewart currently running in fifth. Norton in sixth. Graham Nucky in seventh. Andrew Thornton is in eighth. Edmund Jones ninth. Jim Cook in 10th. Matt Stewart currently running in fifth, has Patty Raymond cheering him on. And Brian Mansfield is just loving this. He's going to come around and take the white flag this time. He's got a huge lead in the B main. White flag is in the air, 1.5 second lead. He's just got to coast it around. Coming down to the checkers, it will be Brian Mansfield winning the B main. Brandon Veers coming home second. Smith comes home third. Bridges fourth. Matt Stewart is fifth. Doug Norton, Graham Nucky, Andrew Thornton, Edmund Jones, and Jim Cook rounding out the top 10. The top 4 drivers, Mansfield, Veers, Smith, those guys will advance, and now we are in the warm-up, and it is time to do some we'll wait. You see these guys are not coming up to full speed. There is a reason behind that. Give these guys a minute to get situated, and we want to focus in on one particular car right now. That is the car of Skylar Massey. Looking through the field as they continue. There you have it, folks. The 4 wide salute for Cathy Linder here tonight. And Skylar Massey will, once they get moving, he will lead the field around in a slow 4 wide procession. You can see all the Outlaws Against Cancer paint schemes. You can see all these some different faces out there on several of the cars. These guys love doing anything they can for their community, and this one is huge. And there you have it. That is a 4 and in some places 5 wide salute with Skylar Massey at the front. And let's have a moment of silence. As they go around, we'll try and look at some of the other cars out there. You can see all the different paint schemes these guys have special ones here tonight. And that just is a testament to how great this group of guys is as they get back underway and get the last few minutes of their warm-up underway.
Hey, Doug, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. That was great, man.
Yeah, hey, you want to draw a winner here with me? I've got a wheel set up. We can draw a winner for this paint scheme raffle.
Let's do that.
All right, so I got 14 names here. Nobody else can see this, but I mean, I promise I'm only going to spin it once, and whoever's going to win here is going to be the winner.
Okie dokie.
All right, and the winner is Steve Lindau.
Nice. So Steve will get a full fleet of I just went blank.
Now, Steve's going to get a full every dirt car on iRacing. Steve's going to get painted by me, whatever he wants on it. He's winning the raffle tonight. So, that being said, we got about 30 seconds left, and we're going to get this race underway, and it should be a good one. I don't know if it's been mentioned before or not, but 46 laps. We're running one lap for every year my mom was alive. It should be a great race. Got a lot of tough competition, and we're looking forward to it, Doug.
All right, good luck, Skyler.
Thank you.
All right, well, congratulations to Stephen Lindau. He has a full fleet of dirt cars being painted by Loud Wraps coming to him as part of that raffle. So awesome, awesome job. Looking forward to seeing what he's got in the next week or two as he starts utilizing those new paints. All right, the heats are over. Practice, qualifying, it's all said and done. Now it comes down to this, the 46 lap feature with Drew Warren and Ryan Nesbitt up front. The second row will be Brian Burkhart and David Garman, then Skylar Massey and Brian Lawson on the third row. DJ Kenner, Nathan Brown on the fourth row, Michael Whiting, Stephen Lindo on the fifth row. Then Tom the Missile Land and Jim Johnson starting 11th and 12th. 13th will be Joel Knopf, and 14th is Michael Crocker. 15th, Jonathan Orapollo, then Chris Hyatt in 16th. Mikey Mixter and Kevin Martin, 17th and 18th. Patrick Coluccio and Zachary Bache, 19th and 20th. 21st is Brian Mansfield, and Brandon Veers starting in 22nd. And just given the situation tonight, everybody out here contributed. Every one of these guys is a winner here tonight for everything that they have done as the fireworks begin. We are at Knoxville, the home of sprint car racing. 46 laps around this just over half a mile track. 0.56 of a mile. 8-degree turns, 4-degree bank straightaways. They had to test and do a special fuel load just to get 46 laps out of the car. It's not a normal amount for these cars, but these guys put in the time, put in the effort. Raised over $2,500 so far tonight, and huge appreciation to not only the guys on the track, but everybody out there watching. We thank you for being here tonight. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out, and here they go as Ryan Nesbitt gets a good run off into turn one, and they're 3 wide, just a couple of rows back. Brian Lawson starting to make his way forward. Ryan Nesbitt out front. It looks like Zachary Bache was in an incident. We'll try and take a look. Looks like a couple of cars were checking up, and he just got up on that berm, got turned around. He managed to get righted and get going. No caution. He was clear of the racing surface. Ryan Nesbitt continues to lead. Second place, David Garman. No, I'm sorry. Brian Burkhardt is second. Scoring went wonky for a minute. David Garman is third. Nathan Brown in fourth. Fifth place is Brian Lawson. Skylar Massey currently running in sixth. Coming back down the front straightaway to start lap 5, and Ryan Nesbitt has already opened up a bit of a lead as these guys battle back behind him. Burkhardt in second. The first 5 are in line at the moment. About the first 10 are in line. Then you get back here, Jim Johnson just making a pass on Chris Hyatt. And they are as the 17 car, Chris Hyatt grabs a little bit of the wall, gets a tap. Everybody manages to keep it straight, though. Jonathan Orapollo there, down to the inside, trying to take the position. Chris Hyatt started in 16th. He is already up to 11th. Lost a couple of spots there. He'll be able to make his way back up more than likely. He is running extremely fast here. Nathan Brown is now making his way up to third. He started back in 8th place. He is charging to the front. Gets around David Garman. The track already starting to slick off a little bit. And a ton of love for Skylar tonight. Ryan Nesbitt had opened up a bit of a lead here. It is starting to close back down as here comes Burkhardt and Nathan Brown. And remember, 46 laps. This track will be extremely slick by the time this is all said and done. The guys that were out got the most practice on the slicked off track. They're going to have a huge advantage here as we've got a pass for second place. They almost get together on the front straightaway, but Nathan Brown sends it down into one and takes the lead. Now he's going to try and run Nesbitt down. Brian Burkhardt back to third. Garman is back to fourth, and Lawson now in fifth. Massey had dropped back to 8th at one point. He is now back up to 6th, trying to work his way forward. DJ Kenner in 7th. Lindo in 8th. Whiting is 9th. Jonathan Orapollo making a move. He is now up to 9th. He takes 9th from Michael Whiting, sends Michael back to 10th. Jim Johnson, Joel Naff, Mikey Mixter, Michael Crocker, Tom the Missile Land, Brandon Veers, Chris Hyatt, Brian Mansfield, Patrick Coluccio, Kevin Martin round out the 20. Zachary Bache currently being scored in 21st. Drew Warren is in 22nd and off the track. Back up front, Nesbitt continues to lead. But Nathan Brown is now within striking distance. And looks like they might be coming in. They are closing into lap. Zachary Bache is within striking distance of being lapped after that early incident. He has got to have his fingers crossed for a caution here. As Nathan Brown looking to the inside for the lead. Nathan Brown on the bottom. He's got the lead as he goes off into 1 and 2. First lead change of the feature, Nathan Brown. Ryan Nesbitt to second. Burkhardt to third. Garman to fourth. Lawson is in fifth. Skylar Massey currently running in 6th place. Jonathan Orapollo there in the red and black car. He has made up several positions. Mikey Mixter started in 17th. He is up to 13th. He is one that gets a ton of practice on slicked off track. And after it slicked off last time they were here, Mixter came charging back through the field. Skylar Massey there currently running in 6th. Let's take a lap around the track with Skylar and see what it looks like inside his car. Off into turn number 1, you see the track really slicking off in the middle as Burkhart gets a little bit of the berm, drifts way up and loses a position. Skyler starting to close back in on these guys as they come through 3 and 4. A little bit slick. He's having to fight the car. Back down through 1 and 2. You see he continues to close back up on him. Coming out of 3 and 4 now. Again, coming down towards the start-finish line. That is 2 laps around this famous sprint car track as Skylar Massey now starting to pick up some momentum. Michael Crocker and Skylar getting cheered on from the Michael Crocker fan club. Nathan Brown starting to open up a little bit of a lead over Ryan Nesbitt now. Not something you'll see very often in these cars where Ryan Nesbitt is losing ground to anybody. That just tells you how good Nathan Brown is doing here tonight. David Garman in third. He is about to lose a position here. Oh, I'm sorry. That is the lap car of Zachary Beige to the inside that Garman has just gone around. Here comes Burkhart. We saw Burkhart bouncing off the berm earlier and lost a lot of momentum. Brian Lawson there. Skylar Massey there. Stephen Lindo up 2 spots into 8th. Jim Johnson started in 12th up to 9th. Joel Knopf is in 10th after starting 13th. And a heck of a battle continues to go on back here between, as Mikey Mixter gets the wall off of 2. Several cars managed to slip by him, including Crocker and Orapollo, who were battling side by side all the way around the track for several laps. Now they're 3 wide. We've got a car spinning on the turn. Caution is out. First caution of the feature. And I do believe Patrick Coluccio is right behind when this happens. He's going to get caught up in it. You see everybody just gets turned up into the wall there. See if we can find another angle. Maybe Brian Mansfield gets caught up in this as well as the 17 gets a little bit loose, goes up, bumps, and several cars collected. Let's see if we can get a look at it from the car of Chris Hyatt. Yeah, Chris Hyatt was loose. There were several cars there side by side that just started leaning on each other as they were going through the turn 3 wide. All right, Nathan Brown did not want to see this caution. He was starting to run away from it. Larry Massey cheering on Skyler. Jessica Shimmery cheering on Zach. As they pace, it is currently Nathan Brown in first, Nesbitt is second, Garman third, Burkhart fourth, Lawson fifth, Skylar Massey in sixth, DJ Kenner in seventh, Lindo is eighth, Jim Johnson ninth, and Joel Knopf is 10th. As they stack back up, they have the 1 to green. They were all starting to spread out. They're all packed back together now. Green gets delayed, it looks like. And I have to give a huge shout out. We have to get an update from Skyler here in a few moments, but XCal Racing League, who you can see broadcast here tomorrow night, just sent a donation in as well. Huge shout out to those guys. They just did a fundraiser for St. Jude's to fight children's cancer, and here they are helping out again. So huge shout out. Tune in tomorrow night to see XCal Street Stocks live right here. Pace truck is in. Nathan Brown going to lead him down. Green flag back in the air. Nathan Brown gets a good jump this time around. Ryan Nesbitt coming down inside, trying to pick up the lead again. Here comes David Garman, and Skylar Massey starting to work his way forward again. Garman loses a couple spots. He had the momentum and couldn't make it stick. Garman now to the high side. Nesbitt on the low side. Burkhardt up high as well. We've got 4 cars here battling for second place, and Nathan Brown is taking opportunity. While they're side by side, he is trying to run away with it. Got just over a 1/10 of a second lead right now. Nesbitt manages to get clear into second. Burkhardt into third. Garman is fourth, and Massey is fifth. Massey's got Stephen Lindo right on the back bumper. If I were Lindo, after just winning a bunch of free paint schemes... Oh, caution is out. Looks like Chris Hyatt is involved. Oh, there was a car sideways. I believe that was the 23 car. And it looks like the 23, oh, he gets a little bit of a tap in the middle of 1 and 2, gets turned around and brings out, Chris Hyatt has to avoid him, and that brings us under caution again. Just the second caution, considering the number of cars out here and the length of this race, the track slicking off, the fuel burning off, and all the different circumstances that make this race a bit different. These guys are doing a great job. And as I mentioned, huge shout out to the XCal Street Stock Racing League. Definitely tune in tomorrow night. They'll be at Southern National in the Street Stocks. That is going to be an epic race. And one of their newer drivers, Gerald Thanos Poole, was in the race last night, helping raise some more money with BRR. In fact, come to think of it, every league broadcasted here. Sunday nights we have Fast and Fun. Monday nights we have the Outlaws. Tuesday nights we have XCal. And we have BRR on Sunday nights. And all of these leagues help contribute to this fundraiser. All of these leagues have also done their own fundraisers over the last few minutes for different stuff, including in March helping just the entire How to Suck at iRacing community raised money for MS. Then it was the Outlaws and Autism. Then it was BRR raising money for school music stuff, and the St. Jude's fundraiser by XCal. Huge shout out to the entire iRacing community. Green flag back in the air, 16 laps to go. And Nathan Brown is getting some great restarts here. Ryan Nesbitt doing everything he can to stay with him. David Garman, and they're 3 wide right back behind him. Skylar Massey and Stephen Lindo battling side by side. Lindo's got to run up off the corner. He gets around Massey and Burkhardt. And Joel Knopf, he is on the move tonight as well. He started in 13th. He is now up to 7th place. Caution is out again. And it looks like it might have been the missile. As Tom the Missile Land just drifted up too high and gets into the car to the outside. I believe that was Crocker again. Crocker having some good runs the last few weeks. Not having much luck here tonight, though, as I think everything that has happened on track, he has managed to find it. And speaking of Tom the Missile Land, don't forget, immediately after this race, at, I believe, 10:15 Eastern, we will have the Outlaw Enduro. Tonight they are doing the VW Light Rally Bug, the VW Beetle rally car. The new one, they're doing that at the Chili Bowl, and that is not a race per se. That is a timed event where whoever gets to the end and has the most laps wins. And everybody is trying to make sure that nobody gets it. It is best described as chaos and hilarity. It is extremely fun. Plus, the benefit of being the broadcaster is I'll occasionally pull somebody out in the middle of the race, tell them who's in the lead, and or if somebody's suddenly sneaking away with it, I'll tell them who to go wreck, and they do, and it's fun. You don't want to miss that. If you're enjoying watching this racing, imagine just watching utter chaos in a rally car. Hey, Topher Baltimore in there cheering on David Garman. And Topher, man, I hope you are doing good tonight. I hope you're feeling better. I know you had a rough day there. I hope that helps and your arm gets to feeling better and you're back racing before too much longer. And in the next BRR race this coming Sunday, you might even get to hear Topher Baltimore in the booth with me a little. All right, Pace Truck is in. Nathan Brown has been dominant so far. We'll see if it continues. Green flag in the air, and Nathan Brown gets a good jump. They were already looking for different ways around each other. Back behind him as we came to the start-finish line. 13 laps to go. And they're 3 wide mid-pack as you've got Joel Naff in the one car on the high side making some moves. He is now right behind Skylar Massey. Jonathan Orapollo in the mix. Jonathan gets loose, almost gets in and off. And here comes DJ Kenner. Never surprised to see DJ Kenner start making moves late in the race. Once the track slicks off, he is one of the best on slicked off tracks. In fact, he often says he prefers a slicked off track. As it looks like Nathan Brown has changed his lineup a little bit. That time by 1 and 2, he was on the bottom. He's been up top all night. Here comes Lindo on the high side. David Garman on the bottom, going back to third. He's getting around Ryan Nesbitt. Side by side down the back straightaway. Garman trying to take third place away. Lindo is over a second behind the leader, Nathan Brown, with 9 laps to go. Will he be able to run him down? And here comes David Garman and Ryan Nesbitt. And just an update, Skylar Massey currently running in 7th. He's got a top 10 run going here. Up front, the Nathan Brown, though, has checked out. Over 1.5 second lead over Lindo. Then David Garman, Ryan Nesbitt. And Lindo struggling through the 3 and 4 as here the other two come. He was slow up on the high side that time. Garman down on the bottom, easily taking second place here. No! Lindo fighting back on the high side. Lindo got a heck of a run off the turn. Ryan Nesbitt looking to the bottom. He's up. He's got his left sides up on the berm trying to find a way around Garman. Garman down to the 3 wide through 1 and 2. Caution is out. Brandon Veers, oh, he just gets up off of the, onto the wall coming out of turn 4, spins around, a couple of cars catch him. Let's see if we can take a look at this from another angle here. And Michael Crocker actually cleared that one. So Michael Crocker might have shaken the bad luck here. Good evening, Lori, and huge shout out once more to everybody who is here tonight, everybody who contributed. As we mentioned at the At the start of the heats, they were up to $2,500. I know that XCal Racing donated just a few moments ago. I know there's been some other donations. I'll get with, we'll pull Skylar Massey in after the race and have him look and see just how much more we've got to do, how much more money has been raised. If you're on iRacing, check out Loud Wraps. They are one of the sponsors. Check out B-Make Designs, who's doing a lot of the prizes. Don't forget about Combs Family Museum. You definitely want to check them out if you're ever in their area. I know Brian Mansfield has shown us a lot of pictures in the past. They've got some really, really cool stuff. But a huge shout out to everybody who's contributed both money to the fundraiser, the guys that have contributed the prizes, and everything that's been given out, everything that's been done over the last week. As I mentioned, last week this time, it was a little over $100. The last fundraiser that the Outlaws did was for autism research. They raised $1,400. They wanted to beat that, and they wanted to beat it badly. And I think we will probably have doubled it, and it will continue. The fundraiser will continue to Friday. Meanwhile, Pace Truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. Nathan Brown has 5 laps to go. Single file restart definitely benefits him. And now David Garman gets a run down to the bottom. Ryan Nesbitt going with him. Lindo up on the high side. Garman's been trying to get around in the last few laps. Skylar Massey back in 7th. Up on the high side trying to make a move on Burkhardt. He has the run off. Caution is out again. And trying to see what could have caused I'm going to take a look at the last pass before the caution came out just to see if we can find where that caution. Oh, the 17 got a little bump coming through the turn, and that sent Chris Hyatt around. There's the 17 as he goes off into 1 and 2. And Tom the Missile, Tom the Missile Land hits the wall. The 17 has to check up and just got enough of him to go around there. Meanwhile, Nathan Brown has been, once he got to the lead, he has been the dominant race, or the dominant driver here tonight. But now Garmin, Nesbitt, those guys are right back with him. Garmin has gotten around Lindo. Will he be able to make a move and take the lead here at the end? Skylar Massey, obviously watching him closely tonight. He has picked up a lot of momentum the last several laps. Joel Knopf right behind him has picked up several positions since the start of the race. Those two guys are making their way forward. Lights are out on the pace car. We will get one more restart here. I believe we'll have 3 laps to go once the green flag drops. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Nathan Brown gets another good start. Garmin Nesbitt gets very quickly by Lindo on the bottom. That is Garmin in 2nd, Nesbitt in 3rd, Lindo in 4th. 5th place, Brian Lawson. Brian Burkhardt in 6th, Skylar Massey in 7th, Joel Knopf in 8th, Jim Johnson 9th, and Brian Mansfield started 21st, is now up to 10th. Meanwhile, Nathan Brown has 2 laps to go. He's going to come around and get the white flag this time. Nesbitt now trying to get around Garmin for 2nd. White flag is in the air. Nesbitt looking to the inside on Garmin. Nathan Brown's got this one wrapped up. Now the battle is for second. Who will it be at the line? Nesbitt sends it down in there on the bottom. Garmin has the advantage with the momentum on the high side. It'll be Garmin for second, Ryan Nesbitt third, Brian Lawson comes home fourth. Fifth is Stephen Lindo, then Brian Burkhart is sixth, and Skylar Massey comes home seventh as the fireworks go off. Joel Nauf is eighth, Jim Johnson is ninth, Brian Mansfield is 10th, Mikey Mixter 11th, Jonathan Orapalo is 12th. DJ Kenner comes home 13th. Kevin Martin 14th. Tom the Missile Land is 15th. Brandon Veers is 16th. Zach Beisch is 17th. Chris Hyatt is 18th. 19th is Michael Whiting. 20th is Michael Crocker. Coluccio is 21st. Drew Warren comes home 22nd. And now you get to see how the Outlaws celebrate. And please don't go anywhere. You guys are going to want to stick around for what happens next. I promise you guys want to stick around for what happens next. Because once the Outlaws take to the Enduro, yeah, things get very, very interesting very, very quickly. Now we're looking to see if we can find Nathan Brown and talk to him. We'll talk to our top three. Obviously, we're going to be talking to Skylar Massey here in just a moment. Have not found Nathan Brown quite yet. Let's see if we can talk to Ryan Nesbitt, who came home third. Or David Garman, who came home second. Oh, we've got Nathan Brown with us. He jumped in the booth. Hey, congratulations, Nathan. Heck of a run, man.
Hey, thanks, Doug. That was a long 46 laps, and that was awesome racing.
Yeah, it was. Once you got to the lead, literally nobody could touch you. The first lap, you would get almost a half a second lead in one lap, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, I just kept grinding there in the bottom, hoping I'd get some bite there. But whenever them cautions started coming out, it wasn't working. I seen Ryan; he was doing way better than I was, so I had to readjust my wing back a little bit.
Well, you did move up to the top there towards the end, but man, just carrying a ton of momentum and a great race. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Doug. Yeah, it was an awesome race, and these guys, I love this league.
And I do know you've got a custom button box coming to you from Brian Burkhart. That's got to be awesome. So congratulations, man.
Thanks, Brian, for donating that, and I hope that someday cancer is going, so we can all live free.
All right, man. Congratulations. David Garman finished second. He's hopped up here in the booth. Congratulations, Garman.
Doug, I think Garmin's mic's messed up.
Yeah, Garman, I think your mic's a little messed up. We can barely hear you, buddy. We'll give him a second while he's working on that. Ryan Nesbitt came home third, and that was a heck of a battle the last 10 laps or so, man. Hey, Ryan? We don't have Ryan Nesbitt at the moment either.
We can still barely hear you, David.
While they're working on mic issues, Skylar, I know that there's going to be an update as far as the donations. I know XCal came in and donated some money during the race. I'm sure others did as well. So what are we up to now, buddy?
Let me do the math real quick. All right, we are at $2,650
Awesome.
right now.
So well over the goal, and tonight alone has been, or since we started, it's been like
Almost half.
Yeah. Thank you, because I was my brain stopped for a second.
Yeah, no, it was unreal. I mean, once we started going, I mean, my PayPal was just going off, and I mean, like we said, I mean, almost doubled the donation amount for the week. It was incredible. Can't thank everybody enough for coming out. Big shout out to Nathan, Ryan, and Garmin for top three. We'll definitely be in touch with them to get their prizes to them. Gonna go back and watch the replay, get some pictures, go over some stuff with the admins, and disperse some other prizes that Brian Mansfield got that I don't know that many people racing tonight knew about. But I mean, I can't say enough how appreciative and how thankful I am for. I mean, all the sponsors of the league, all of my family, all my friends, everybody in the league for all the contributions and help this week. Not only to me but to my entire family. It means so much to us that we can't even put into words.
Well, it has definitely been an awesome night, and hey, you guys get to go bang around in some VWs too to help relax a little bit.
Yeah, say as soon as I get out of this interview booth, I'm gonna go grab a cold adult beverage and get ready for some carnage.
All right. Hey, Garmin, you got your mic turned up?
I think I finally fixed it.
Oh, there you are. All right. Congratulations on a second place finish. That was a heck of a run.
And that was a workout. Like we talked about it before the race. These are just not my cars. I just do everything I can in them to not go backwards. So it worked out tonight. Had a huge battle with Ryan for a number of laps. That was a lot of fun, and then Steven Lindo as well. So I just thank everybody for putting this on, Skylar for starting this up, and thank our guys at BRR for throwing the money they did at it, and everybody else has been doing it. It was a fun race. It went a lot better than I anticipated. It was just fun all the way around. We all had fun.
Well, you definitely came on strong, especially once the track slicked off. You seemed to just come alive.
That's where most of the practice was at. So I was just practicing there in the slick all I could because I knew it would slick off a little bit just to see where some lines were and stuff. And the bottom seemed to come in really good. So I don't think anybody had anything for Mr. Nathan there. He was a rocket. So it was everything just to see him sometimes.
All right. Well, congratulations. I know you've got a prize pack coming as well. Congratulations on that, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, man. Ryan Nesbitt, you with us, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Congratulations on a hard-fought third place. That was a wild one.
Yeah, what a battle. Holy crap, I was sweating by the end of it.
I can imagine. You guys were just running in each other's tire tracks there. Once the track slicked off, you guys were flying to the front together, you right behind David, and man, that was a heck of a run you guys had.
Yeah, he's awesome to battle with. He's a great driver, and I don't care what he says. He's good in these 305s. But yeah, I got behind the track there a little bit and lost the lead, and then Garmin caught me, and Lindo caught me, and I just had to stick to that bottom and do what I do and try to. I was just glad to come home with a third place.
Well, congratulations. That was a hard-fought third, and I know you have a swag pack coming from B-Make Designs, and I am sure Jim has some awesome stuff coming to you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we're not here for that. We're just here. It's an awesome thing that Skylar's doing, and it's awesome that we raised all this money, and I'm happy for this entire thing. Everything went really well.
All right, man. Well, congratulations to the top three. Heck of a race out of everybody. Great job tonight, guys. All right. Now, we do have an Enduro coming here in just a few moments, so stick around for that. But before we go to that, as you heard Skylar mention, $2,650 so far raised for the American Cancer Society. You can find you can find the link to donate if you still want to contribute. He will be collecting donations till Friday, at which point everything will be put together and sent over to the American Cancer Society. If you do not have a PayPal account, reach out to myself or to Skylar Massey, and we'll be more than happy to help you find a way if you want to donate. Appreciate everybody who has donated so far. Huge shout out to XCal for their donation tonight. That is awesome. Please tune in tomorrow night to watch them race their street stocks and support them since they were so kind to support Outlaw. Same with BRR. Huge shout out to everybody at BRR for their contributions and for their help putting that race together last night. And of course, a huge shout out to the Outlaws and everybody who contributed tonight, contributed to the fundraiser. Very, very awesome out of everybody. We really appreciate everything that was done. Thanks to B-Make Designs, Combs Family Museum for giving some of the prizes out for tonight. Brian Burkhart, everybody who is donating a prize for tonight. Awesome. Congratulations to Stephen Lindo getting a fleet of dirt cars painted. So that's going to be awesome. And don't forget to check out Loud Wraps as well. They every paint scheme that Skylar Massey did this month, all that money went into the fundraiser pool as well. And I know he has been skipping races just to keep up. So very awesome out of all them. Now stick around. We do have in just a few short minutes, we will have the enduro race. That is just going to be complete and utter chaos and hilarity. Last time they did an enduro race at the Chili Bowl, they did it in the Pro 2 trucks, and the guy who was leading at the white flag finished the race in fourth on the bed with his car sideways on the truck bed of the guy who won. That tells you how close and how much chaos those races bring in. I want to thank everybody who watched tonight, everybody who donated. Huge shout out to all of you. Thank you for coming to the Cathy Linder Memorial Race tonight. I know it meant a ton to Skylar, and it means a lot to us. Stick around. We will be back with the Enduro.